The following podcast episode is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. The following content you will be hearing is satirical in nature, sometimes philosophical. Anytime you hear something really too bad, it's simply rhetorical, and all for an educational purpose, by the way. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the TrashRats podcast, the only pro-Taliban podcast on YouTube. I'm your host, Rusty Cage, joined as always by the Islamic Freedom Fighters and Eggy.
We're glad to be here.
What's up, everybody? Assalamu alaikum.
A lot of people were wondering why we did not have an episode last week. It's because our friends in Afghanistan, they were planning a revolution. They needed our help. So we had to fly across the pond, give them a hand.
Did you guys see that landing gear video?
Yeah,
I'll just get straight into it. Did you guys see that landing gear video?
Is it safe to say the normal citizens of Afghanistan might be the dumbest people on Earth? Who the fuck thinks these motherfuckers, they want to escape this regime, so they sit on the wings of planes like that's a safe way to escape the country?
It wasn't even the wings. The landing gear of a B-52 opens up like side skirts that appear to be ledges while the wheels are down.
Well,
but they
there's
go
that,
in,
and there's also people riding on the fucking wings too that I saw. I saw a video like up in the air of some guy's like half of his body flailing around.
Yeah, I saw that he was like jammed into it closed on him or something. Hey, I'd rather be closed in on it than falling from it.
I mean, getting crushed to death rather than falling to your death.
Well, it's basically like how those guys, they trap themselves in those coffins of nails, but they're perfectly fine. It's really about balance. You take your chakras and your meditation. They're probably meditating and keeping all of their nerves like perfectly still while they're on the plane, and so they're okay.
I heard they tag
this
themselves.
It's a completely irresponsible waste of life. If these people have such a death wish and are willing to die in such a stupid way, why not have a revolution and go fight the fucking Taliban? Like, if you're gonna die either way, you want to do it fucking 10,000 feet in the air, where the air is so thin you can't fucking breathe, on a plane that's going, like 800 miles per hour? Go fucking raise arms and fight the Taliban. Why the fuck are these people going inside the landing gear of jets and shit?
Yeah,
How stupid could you fucking be?
Another thing, it's a perfect metaphor for COVID. The fear made them jump on this landing gear thinking they could ride it to safety when it just really actually killed them quicker. Just like COVID, these people are so scared they're taking this experimental vaccine and now they're just going to die quicker.
Wasn't that
Reactor, you want to explain to me?
Get right into COVID already?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Reactor, explain to me why no women in Afghanistan got COVID. They've all got a mask on. Hello.
It's because they don't have TV.
Yeah.
No, I really was thinking about it. Wait, first off, have we introduced Eggy yet?
I did, because I'm very professional.
We
okay.
introduced him more than we introduced us.
Yeah.
Oh, true. All right.
I was so basically, I'm kind of, I'm not so passionate about the Taliban, but you guys are, so I'm kind of just chilling for the moment while you guys, speak your passion about it. And I would love to hear what you have to say.
Hey.
It's really helping me shape my worldview, because anytime I hear anybody say something, I immediately change my positions on everything.
Hey, you heard the Taliban's first rule when they took over, right? It was no masks.
I thought they were going
to.
Actually, the first thing that I heard, I will tell you this, the text message is in my phone to prove it. The first thing I heard about any of this was some guy messaged me and he said, Eggy, do you know that the Taliban are giving out government-mandated girlfriends? Like, everybody gets one now. We should go over there. And I'm like, which Taliban, what country is that again? I don't really keep up on, history. I kind of dropped out of school. So, it all sounded good. And then I'm like, well, I'm not sure. That's why I'm here to educate myself every day and always learn and grow. I call it low as a person. I get lower every day.
Well, I'm not surprised
learn and grow
that
be lag.
Hey, I do that too.
I'm not surprised that you were not well versed in the history of the Taliban, because George Bush told us they were defeated in 2002. What happened to that reactor?
Dude,
Didn't you personally go over to Afghanistan to kill those brown kids? How come they're still alive?
Dude, I killed so many of them.
You didn't kill enough.
Personally, my mind is blown that there were still some left.
Is that why like they're taking over now? They want to get revenge specifically on you. You're like the Hitler to them. They're coming for Pool.
They don't know who I am.
So what's ISIS doing then? So like the Taliban definitely was like it's like an old meme at this point.
Isn't ISIS in a different country?
I don't know.
No,
they're not.
No, I mean,
ISIS is just like all over Arabia.
Arabia, isn't that like a map from like 1820? They're like they didn't know what else was over there yet, so they just wrote Arabia on like half the continent. They're like, they're flying carpets over there. They're doing all kinds of wonderful things.
I need to update my maps.
No, it is crazy though. It's like, all right, kind of going back to this airplane. I was thinking about this, and I was trying to get into the mindset of these Afghanis they're all escaping the Taliban controlled Afghanistan, and so they rush to the airport, and as this plane's taking off, like it seems like they're all just kind of out there memeing a little bit, like having fun, and it's like a big party, but then like someone's gonna get just pulled under that plane and run over by the by the wheels, and someone else gets pulled into the engine, and everyone's sitting on there all just like wiling out. And then the plane starts to take off, and they're like, "Oh shit, I should probably hold on." Like you ever see like the hood videos whenever it's like there's like a couple fighting and like the woman will jump on the hood of this guy's car and she's like banging on the hood and he just takes off. You really only have a few seconds where you're like, "All right, do I jump off now? Or do I wait a little longer and maybe they'll stop?" But no, that plane's not stopping. So like anyone holding on, they're like, shit, if I jump off right now, I'm going to break my legs. And then they're just holding on to this airplane until it's way too late. Or did they actually think that they could hold on the entire...
That's why I opened the podcast asking, are the people of Afghanistan literally the dumbest humans on Earth? Like, what is the education like over there that they think they can ride on a plane from the outside?
You know what? Continue on this. I'm going to look up some,
it's not even that.
Some
it's that,
charts.
It's that they thought the landing gear was just a part of the wing, and it's going to stay open. But the seatbelt must be missing, but it's okay.
Well, here's what I think. Because, I've had people try to climb on top of my car before, and I take off, and, and I really go like 85 miles an hour, and then eventually they kind of just like roll off like a Super Mario level or something, like they fall off like the platform, except the platform is the hood of my car. Anyway, my insurance has gone up about 200% because of this. So I have to assume that if these were American aircraft that had people flying off the sides of it, even if they were just having a good time and hanging on to this little hunk of it here or there, that probably my tax dollars are about to go up to pay for more insurance on these vehicles. And so I really have to just disavow people hanging off the sides of airplanes, no matter how fun the internet makes it look like it might be.
Well, and Monkey, you asked your question is how dumb are these people? Let's just say how
Should
smart
we do a
are
bet?
they?
Should we do a bet?
Sure. So let's go with average IQ.
I think,
and
isn't it 80?
Ooh, are we doing?
So that's you're
do they divide
80?
it up by gender?
No, not on this particular chart.
So it's just the average Afghani person's IQ is what we're betting on.
Yeah, according to this website, the World Population Review. I'm not sure.
What is the IQ really for, like they say if you're under 70, you're like mentally retarded? Is that it?
I believe so. No, I think, because Forrest Gump was 71 or something. So he was the absolute dumbest you possibly could be without being considered retarded.
Well, based on the plane footage, I mean, I've never seen Forrest Gump hanging onto the side of an aircraft, so I'm going to lock in my vote at 69.
69.
Nice
so
choice.
you're saying that the average Afghani is
legally mentally retarded.
Okay.
What about you,
do you have
Iggy?
any guesses?
I'm guessing 80.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a different route here. I think that Forrest Gump was just too much of a beta male to hang on the side of a plane, and so I'm gonna aim higher. I'm gonna say that they are 85.
Wait, and I need to change mine because I remember doing that video where I was looking at the IQ map and Africa was red.
Really high?
Africa was red.
Red means like 120, 130?
No, it means legally mentally retarded. I'm pretty sure Afghanistan was higher than them. But I guess
you
if 70...
say Africa, all of Africa, or?
Yeah. Well, not South Africa, I guess.
All right. So, it's by like Nigeria.
I guess I'll
say
stay with 80. I'll stay with 80.
Okay, 80, 69, and Eggy, what was yours again?
85.
85.
It's like the Price is Right.
Okay,
He's trying to...
So it's going a little higher.
I'll say the United States average IQ is 98.
Yeah, okay.
What?
And yeah, on the highest end is South Korea with 106.
StarCraft.
And I'll go lowest real quick. I don't even know. I've never even heard of this place. Mozambique.
Yeah, Africa. That's what I was
Mozambique,
saying.
Africa, on this chart has it at 64, which is
Ooh. So I might be close.
Wait. Are you looking at a racist chart?
no. Well, here's the thing. IQ tests are kind of like it's very possible that they're Eurocentric or they kind of favor certain cultures.
Yeah, those
over others.
Europeans over in South Korea.
Putting cubes into the square-shaped hole is Eurocentric.
Yeah. Recognizing patterns is only a white man's thing.
So Afghanistan is right at 84.
What? Was it highest without going over? Because then Eggy loses.
Yeah, I mean, Price is Right.
Okay, well, I still feel perfectly fine with I really I don't even have my phone on me or anything. I just went off the fact that Forrest Gump, I mean, he made some good shrimp, but I think, he was just thinking about that sweet gal back home, and so he just wasn't down to jump on some landing gear. But all right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Did you guys see the video of when the plane landed, the B-52 landed in Turkey with all the people on the landing gear jumping off, and they were all dancing and shit?
That sounds like fun.
That can't be real.
Yeah, no, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, because even if they were able to hold on, aren't these airplanes
tired.
are flying? Like, it's got to be freezing.
They'd be too tired to dance.
Do they not
no
know
oxygen.
how, what an airplane does or where it goes or how fast it moves? They just did not think this through at all.
Well, you say it's freezing. I mean, they got like 6 layers of robes on. They're going to be fine. They got face coverings. That's like the perfect thing you could be wearing on the outside of an airplane if you got stuck, personally, when you think about it.
Well, I would like to say, though, that, all jokes aside, my heart goes out to the Afghani people. It doesn't really matter what the average IQ, according to some chart or some test, says. These people are put in a tough position, and so I just want to I need to put that out there before we continue making a bunch of jokes about how retarded they
it's
are.
not their fault that when the United States pulled out of Afghanistan and told them to hold the line, they said, fuck that, I'm running for my life.
Why did that happen? So we were in Afghanistan for about 20 years, funding them with trillions of dollars, building up their military, giving them a shit ton of weapons, and then the second we pull out, if that was even the true deal that was going on, that the Afghan army was supposed to hold it down and keep fighting off Taliban, why did they all just cut and run and gave up?
We gave them shit tons of weapons. We left there when everyone was leaving, the U.S. was leaving, and they saw a fight coming and said, "Fuck that! I'm not dying for this," and they ran away from the weapons, and now the Taliban has them. They have Black Hawks. It's insane.
I mean, I don't want to be pro-Taliban more than anybody else, but throughout history, the strong defeat the weak. In the American Revolution, the British Empire fought us, a bunch of fucking farmers. We came and kicked their fucking asses. Maybe the people of Afghanistan deserve the Taliban as their leaders if we gave them 20 years of prep time and they still fucking whiffed it. We gave them billions, trillions of dollars worth of shit and they fucking just ditched it and jumped on the fucking landing gear of a plane. Maybe you don't deserve your country. Maybe if you're not willing to fight for it, they should just take it.
Do you think that it was there was some corruption? Because I know the president just kind of cut and run. He took a shitload of
they're all
assets
fucking
and just
pussies,
left the country.
dude.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, that's your take. I feel like first off, this war was just rife with corruption, and who knows what the real deals going on were. I heard just from around the internet that like the Afghan army really wasn't well trained at all, that they were just like kind of loafing around and getting high and not really expecting that they would ever have to fight the Taliban when the day came.
Yeah, they were letting Big Daddy America do all the work for them. And we said, okay, it's been 20 years. We're going to stop giving all of our taxpayer money to you. Take care of your own country. They said, nah, we'll let the Taliban have it. Fuck it. President says, oh, no, fuck it. I'll leave. You guys can have it. We don't want our country.
Well, now that the Taliban's there, they can claim refugee status and go to Georgia.
Which Georgia?
Yeah,
American Georgia.
Oh, well, good thing that we vet all of our immigrants. Yeah, so
not the Cubans though. The Cubans can go, screw off.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, it really is fucking weird. We're just gonna take in all the Afghanis. I mean, granted, we probably did really, create the situation that.
No. Afghanistan had WMDs and they did 9/11.
Oh yeah, that's right. And that's
Something
why
like
we
that,
went
right?
over there. Yeah, no, I love that. It's like, I mean, the lie they've been continuously telling us that
everyone knows
Biden's
it's
still
not
going
true.
on. Yeah, no, that we went over there to punish the bad guys for 9/11, and it's like, is that really what we did? Is that what we're fighting a 20-year
That's what
war
Reactor
to punish?
did.
Punish the bad guys? Like, what are we fucking kids? Like, do you just punish them, or were there other incentives about maybe raping the land of resources?
Or like,
Yeah.
it is kind of weird they didn't have a central bank until after we helped them.
Well, that's
I didn't know
because
that.
Muslims don't get along with Jewish people, I think.
Yeah, that kind of
Well,
reminds
what
me
does
of
this
this
mean?
quote that I heard. I'm trying to think, where did I hear this quote? I think it was in a credible news article from CNN, because I think this was also a message to me. I guess for some reason, the people who weren't very fond of America seem to refer to as American soldiers as Israelis for some reason, even though that they were actually part of the American army. So that must have been some of that miseducation that was going on over there, that they got these crazy ideas when really we were just there about an attack, and it just kind of spiraled out of control until we finally got it all together to leave, and then the country collapsed within 5 minutes.
It is ridiculous how quick that was. It's like it was instantaneous. 20 years of all these people, like all these soldiers dying and whatnot, and fighting in this this weird mockery of war. I don't really know all the details of it, but the Taliban. First, I haven't heard the Taliban, that word, in a long time. I thought they were canceled.
Yeah,
at
I
this
thought
point.
ISIS replaced them big time.
Right.
It was like 15 years ago we stopped hearing about them.
They were just waiting in the wings. Well, not the actual plane wings. You know what I mean.
Is this a good thing that we pulled out, or is it bad?
I was
really
going to
have
ask
no
the same
idea.
thing, because I don't know. I honestly don't even know if this is a left or a right take, but I've always
Right.
been a pro, let's not have our soldiers in this endless Middle Eastern war. And the fact that, it's been a disaster that they pulled out, that just makes me think maybe the country, they deserve it. Why do we have to be there fucking holding their hand, taking care of their government for them? I don't think that's our responsibility, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean the whole guys. First off, this whole guys that remained there for so long, because if we do pull out, then we'll create a power vacuum that would leave the Afghan people in a worse situation. America has never gave a fuck about that shit.
And why
Yeah, I know.
should we?
But the military-industrial complex loves it.
Right? I think we're gonna be fighting the Taliban again in 10
We were
years.
we were just powering them back up.
Well,
like when
Reactor-
you're fighting someone in a video game and they're about to die, so you're like, all right, go ahead and heal, and then we'll fight some more.
Reactor, you're the only veteran on the panel, so I'm dying to know your take on like the whole war thing, and if we should have been there or not, and if pulling out was smart or not.
Well, rule number 1 in Afghanistan is if a child is standing in the road, you run them over.
What?
If a child is standing in the road trying to stop your convoy, you run them over.
Yeah, because they have bombs on them, right?
Do they? I don't know. They didn't tell us that.
Isn't the idea that like
Just run 'em over.
They strap the kids with like suicide jackets and then make them run up to the American soldiers to blow up? That was in the American Sniper movie. I don't think.
I don't know. All I know
Bradley
is they
Cooper
said they
would lie
won't
to
get mad
me.
at us.
So you're saying this is the number one rule? Like there was nothing that ever had to come before this?
No, I'm just saying, like, we're allowed to kill the children. We won't get in trouble for it. That was
Wait,
the
so
only time.
do you not have an actual opinion on if pulling out was good or bad?
Going there was bad.
Yeah,
it was
I agree.
fake. It's all fake.
Yeah.
War isn't real. Like, do you think the Afghani people want war? No. I guess the Taliban could be like a cult where they're like trying to take power, but I don't know. It's not
Reactor,
like,
did you see?
Like, we have a
did you
cult in
see-
America. We're not fighting them.
Well, speaking of the cult in America, did you see Michael Moore's viral tweet that's going
No.
around?
What is it?
It's got the image of the Taliban inside of the presidential office, and he juxtaposed that with the January 6th rioters inside of the Capitol building, and he says, "Yeah, looks like America has their own Taliban. You know what I'm saying, dog?"
They were all unarmed on January 6th, but also I don't know if it's real, but I saw a picture of the Taliban in some like office, and there's like a MAGA hat on the shelf. Like,
Just
that's not
as
even,
I
like,
suspected.
I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was fake or what, but the picture sure looked real.
Well, do you agree with Michael Moore that the rioters on January 6th are pretty much the same as the Taliban?
No, because the Taliban weren't protesting a 100% fraudulent election.
I mean, they're both anti-government, anti-American government, anti-abortion
don't mind me
rights, anti-gay marriage, anti-women.
But on January
if you
6th, they were
remember
unarmed.
real quick. But no, here's the thing: is the Taliban did 9/11, and the people who raided the Capitol on January 6th, that was worse than 9/11.
Thank you, Rusty. Finally, somebody says what we're all thinking.
Yeah, they did say that. It was worse than 9/11.
Should we stop with the Afghanistan takes and move on to some real news?
I mean, we're already
what else is there?
demonetized.
You want to talk about New York City's no Jewish people in businesses mandate?
Yeah, can you read that to me? I've never heard about this.
No, I don't have it up in front of me, but basically New York City is officially mandating that people who aren't vaccinated aren't allowed to patronize businesses.
Good.
And that includes the Seven-Day Adventist, the Christian sect that doesn't do vaccines.
I thought
They're
you
no
said
longer allowed.
Jews.
No, I'm getting it to that. Then there's a lot of Jewish people who, you know, that like they eat kosher. Everything's got to be like from God.
Wait, the
So
vaccine is not kosher?
No,
How much bacon grease do they put in that thing?
Probably like 2
quite a bit.
tablespoons at least.
It kills the virus.
Yeah, but there's like I just think it's hilarious that Jewish people and a lot of disabled people who can't get the vaccine because of like if you have multiple sclerosis, you can't get the vaccine. If you have any kind of nerve damage, the doctors will tell you not to get it. So
Yeah.
these
So
people are all
basically,
banned from businesses.
What you're saying is that the people in wheelchairs, we don't have to build ramps for them anymore because
Yep.
those are they have those problems that'll get set off by a vaccine. So
Yeah.
if they can't go anywhere if they don't take it, so we're basically going back to all stairs. Okay, I was curious.
all stairs. Well, and also in Australia, the
man.
what is it, like the president or the premier of Victoria said that you can't no taking your mask off to drink beer. So like if you're out and about, say at a bar, you cannot take your mask off even to take a sip of.
Well,
an
everybody
alcoholic
knows that
beverage.
bottled beer tastes best through a straw, so that should be fine.
Just like whiskey. That's how I drink my whiskey.
Yeah, through a
Throw
straw.
a straw under a mask.
Yeah.
Frankly, I think that this might have some benefits because my problem is that I always finish my beer and then there's no more to drink. So if I'm pouring it through a fabric mask, I can keep sucking on it and getting a little bit more. It's going to really extend, especially in these trying financial times. Nothing like extending my beer a little bit further. So,
Yeah, they call that a flavor saver.
yes.
But no, here's the thing: is you can't drink beer through a mask because none of it will be able to get through the mask.
I mean,
If you
Like
pour it,
like
you can pour it and waterboard yourself with the beer.
No, masks protect from like even the smallest of airborne water vapors. So there's no way that
Yeah.
like a thick viscous liquid's going to get through there.
Yeah, they're waterproof. They're basically waterproof.
I guess I didn't know that. I guess I thought I was drinking through them before, but maybe I had a little too much before I put my mask on.
I think Rusty's doing like first grade level satire with this one. I don't think he's being serious when he says that. The
Did you guys
joke
see-
is that obviously the masks do not work as prescribed.
Did you see the band members in schools are like cutting holes in their masks so they can play like a flute?
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you just do that so you can drink your beer?
Now, is that real or was that like a funny picture
no,
somebody
that's
took?
real. No, that's real.
How
do
many
we know
schools
that's
are
real?
enforcing that?
How do you know it's real? Because it's literally a picture.
Yeah, but somebody could have been like, "Oh, let's do a funny photo where I rip my mask to play the saxophone." How do you know that's not what it was?
So you think everything that this, what appears to be a cult in the United States is doing is just people having lulls?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think if somebody did do that as just a joke, and then now we have we have Chris Poole over here looking at jokes and thinking it reinforces his pre-established notion that half the country's a fucking cult.
Did you see the video of the high school track runner who was wearing a mask and passed out?
No.
like these people aren't the brightest.
I think that's just a lot like in Dragon Ball Z when they add the weights on their clothes to make them stronger. I think he wears a mask when he runs to sort of enhance his stamina even further.
Yeah, training in the mountains.
Man, it sucks because we're just we're getting to a point where it became redundant how much we were talking about like COVID and mask mandates and all this, but now it's just right back. We're just right back to it because that's what's happening in the world, unfortunately.
Yeah, I remember right after the previous episode went up, Rusty said in the group chat, "Hey, can we not talk about COVID next episode?" And here we are.
Oh yeah, but also just a few days after I typed that, TrashRat, my roommate, got COVID.
Wait, did you get COVID?
No, when he got tested, yeah, he's doesn't have it anymore. When
was
he got
he actually
tested,
sick?
All right, so he went on a business trip with a few other people.
Is that what he calls going to the strip club?
Probably. It was in Colorado. So they went out there. They got back, and pretty much everyone had COVID. And I talked to a few buddies. Like out of this group of about 5, I think 3 were vaccinated. One of the vaccinated people had they had a ton of symptoms. They were feeling like shit, like they were gonna die. One of that were vaccinated had nothing at all. I think TrashRat said he had maybe like a brief fever. And
Wait, is he vaccinated?
No, he's not.
Oh, okay.
So like it was just mixed results of like heavy symptomatic vaccinated people, heavy symptomatic non-vaccinated people, no symptoms non-vaccinated, and no symptoms vaccinated. So you're not really much data to get from
You're
this.
saying the placebo vaccine isn't working?
Hey, it seems like if I was to take a sample size of these 5 people, I would be able to come to 0 conclusions about the effective nature of anything.
Well, viewers at home might not know this because they've never been to Rusty's house, but whenever somebody walks through Rusty's front door, he goes up and gives them a kiss on each cheek. Like he's very European in that way. How did you not get COVID from kissing TrashRat?
Well, I had to suspend the tradition of open mouth trading lung air, which is what we normally do. Like it's kind of like a bicycle pump going into a tire, and then you squeeze the tire, it goes back and bite. I don't know. Either way, yeah, he told me he had it, and then he just kind of locked himself in his room. So I just avoided him.
Leave me alone. I got COVID.
And nobody else in your house got it?
No, I got tested.
Of the 8 people living in your house, nobody else got it?
He does have a lot of people living there, and a couple
I don't know
cats.
about his. See, here's the other thing too. It's like I don't know about his girlfriend because she took the test and she got negative results, and so it's like how?
It's because
she's deep throating that guy all day.
The test is just a random test. It like when you have the test before you take it, it already is assigned what it's going to turn out as.
Hey, you might like this reactor. So the tests they took were these like at-home rapid tests that you can get from CVS, and there's one called Elam, and one I forget the other name of the other one. But I was looking at the ratings, and the Elam one had terrible ratings because everyone's like false positive, false positive, false positive. So I ordered 2. I think I ordered 2 or 3 of those ones, and I also have some of the other brands. So I'm gonna see if I can like get.
Test your tap water.
True. Just shit, man. What if that came out positive?
That means it's
it might.
It's in the pipes.
Positive for COVID. Yeah, I'll do that, but I only have 2.
It's evaporating into the air as we speak. Put your mask back on for real this time. It's not a fake thing anymore. Now it's actually for real.
Right. If I had more money, I would buy more of these tests.
How much were they?
Like they're like fucking $30 a piece, so I can't really get a giant sample size.
All right, never mind. It's back to being a scam again.
Hey, where did you buy them from?
CVS.com.
Oh, okay.
Can't you go get the test for free?
Yeah, you can. Well, they've been booked up here because everyone's, I guess everyone's racing out to get COVID and get the Delta variant.
Well, shit.
And
Then we should do another bet, a long-term bet. Will America go into lockdown again? What do you guys think?
I am kind of betting on this with my stock investments because if that happens, certain companies will go up and many companies will go down.
Wait, what's going to go up? What's going to go up? I need to know.
Hey, because you think that means majority think that, which means it's going to do the opposite. Because the stock market isn't about is the company going to do good or bad. It's about the elite manipulating the stock market to steal everyone else's money. So they know what you think is going to happen, and then they siphon all that money.
So, like, you're saying, like, it doesn't matter if, say, the Cheesecake Factory, it's no one can go to Cheesecake Factory anymore. That is really not going to make any difference.
If everyone thinks that Cheesecake Factory is going to go under, it means it's going to do better.
Yeah, god damn it. Well,
because the stock market predicts the future somehow. I don't know how, but it just does.
I'm just waiting to see when all the politicians start pulling their money out of, certain companies in preparation of something that no one is going to know until it's too late.
Yeah. So if I were gonna invest in the stock market right now, more than I already am, I would bet that all the big tech is going to go down, and it makes absolutely no sense, and that's why I would do it.
Okay.
Got to confuse the body. You got to confuse the system. You got to stay at least 4 steps ahead.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, so then, all right, if we're actually betting, is lockdown going to happen again?
I've got a bet.
Okay.
I'm going to say that Biden and Kamala, they're going to try it. They're going to say, my fellow Americans, the most patriotic thing we can do is waste another year and a half locked inside, wasting your children's youth. And that's a
great Kamala impression.
Yeah, that's my Kamala impression. And I believe, unlike the citizens of Afghanistan, I think the American people are going to stand up and fight against the regime trying to control their lives. And I think if they honestly try to enforce another lockdown, they're going to see a lot of things they're not going to like from a lot of groups of people, and it's going to be a fucking disaster.
I think that, but I also think if they try to mandate the fake vaccine, it's going to also cause a lot of fighting.
Well, like Florida's already pretty much rebelling against this shit too. And before, the first time it was like small town country areas, at least from what I saw, that were just completely ignoring everything. And they didn't really seem to care because they don't listen to the news anyways. But yeah, I think a lot of people will rebel, especially like business owners. People are just getting back on their feet, and if they have to close down their business again while Walmarts are still allowed to be open, and all
they'll all be dead.
Yeah.
There's no way any small business can survive this again. Zero shot.
This is the fool me twice scenario. We'll see if it works.
Oh, it's gonna be shame on them, and they're gonna. Oh, they thought Jan 6 was bad. They're fucked.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, what's your bet, Aggie? You going to say there's not going to be any lockdown at all?
Well, I find it hard to believe that there wouldn't be at least another attempt, but I will give them this, that the angle that they've been spinning where, because I don't watch the news at all, but thankfully YouTube forces like a piece of your app to like watch. It has like all the latest news featured, so you can still kind of stay up to date with what the latest tactic is. And it's basically like you have these random, these crisis actors. They just got picked up off the street. They put them in a suit or whatever. Nobody knows who these people are. I've never heard of them. They're on TV and like, well, it's those damn chuds. They're out there. They're too busy waving around flags and oppressing people, and they're saying they're not going to take it. So these chuds in these like rural counties, that are a fraction of the population, they are the reason everything is bad and wrong. And so if anything bad happens again, it's all on them. So with that being something that they're floating around out there, I think that they could try to do something where they would make people really more interested in butting heads with one another instead of focusing themselves appropriately on the powers who are looking to benefit from extending some of these measures further, or reinstating them in the future as they determine it when it's beneficial to them. So I think that it might not be so 100% cut and dry, but I feel that there will be attempts made in any case that would be in the same vein as what we've already seen up until this point.
Just like shaming tactics, like
Nazi tactics.
Businesses will be canceled if they don't do something voluntarily.
Yeah, if you
for instance,
in Germany,
how Reactor had said, a little bit ago here, that if you didn't have the card when you walk inside, then you're going to be turned away from the grocery store. You're going to be turned away from the bank. You're going to be turned away from whatever. I feel like something in that vein. They might not do just a total. They might not go for trying to push a full-scale coast-to-coast 100% lockdown measure. They might just go for sort of these, a little more aggro or aggravating, agitating, what do they call it, agitprop or whatever sort of thing, where they try to do some more division and go in that vein instead.
And Reactor, you just said Nazi tactics, and usually my Godwin's Law alert goes off in my head, but I think you might actually be on the money this time if they really are discriminating against Jewish people, cripples. Man, they really are doing exactly the same shit, aren't they?
Yeah. You know what I think is actually happening? I think, I don't know exactly why this is happening, but it seems like January 6th was the equivalent of the Reichstag fire in Germany, it was like a false flag. They blamed the Jews for burning the Capitol building or whatever. And then now we have the Nazi tactics to say, if you have multiple sclerosis, you're not allowed in here. Go away. Yeah. We don't have to serve your kind unless you got your papers. So like when this is all over, so many people are going to be like, damn it, I was a Nazi.
No, you know what, man? Here's the sad thing is like once time moves on and you look back and say, wow, that was horrifically mishandled, and geez, a lot of people sure were on the wrong side of history. No one is the one that goes, oh yeah, I was the one that was on the wrong side of history. They rationalize to themselves what they were doing at the time, why they were doing it, why they were still in the right.
I was just following orders. No one gets blamed
for anything. Yeah, right. And those few people that will take the blame will, be publicly executed or whatever, like just to see, we did it. We solved the problem. We got rid of the bad guys. Yeah. It's like when Enron fell, there were so many people that were involved with that company's corruption and lies, knowing like insider trading, lying about profits and just manipulating the market and whatnot. They just threw like two people under the bus, and they said that was the guy who did it.
And the guy went to jail.
We did it, guys. And nobody else got in trouble. It's like that same shit always happens, and then everyone's just going to forget because we're going to get distracted with something else, and we're going to fall right back into the same trap the next time that they want to do it.
No, well, I think people are learning a lot about how the media works.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's just...
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Hopefully that's a real thing, that out of this, people are realizing, like, holy shit, like, the news, all this news is all bullshit. It's all manipulated.
It's all owned by the same people.
Our politicians are inept. Yeah. I do think that a lot of people, left and right, are realizing that any faith that they may have had in their politicians or in their news pundits is misguided and incorrect.
Yeah.
Well,
we're definitely going to have to...
Go ahead.
Oh, we're definitely going to have to get record like a preface for this episode just to make clear that everything we're saying is just our opinions. This is not to be taken as a factual basis.
This is a satirical program.
We're just pretending like because we're not in the cult.
YouTube will take us down.
Yeah, just to be clear, we're totally in the cult. We totally believe everything they tell us, and we're just joking right now.
Well, hey, to prove that this is a comedy program, we did a straw poll last episode. Actually, we did 2 straw polls. I don't know who added the second one, but I'm very upset about it. But I guess we'll start with the first one. We wanted to know from the fans, who is the funniest Trash Rats host? And this was so fucking close. It was going neck and neck, back and forth. I honestly thought it was going to be between Reactor and Rusty, but it's actually between me and Reactor. Rusty, you ended up with only 15%.
Dude, all right, let me just.
He's the straight man, though, in his defense.
I think he's kind of gay.
Here's why everyone gave me such bad ratings on that, is because they all had the wrong opinion, the wrong take on Chris Chan. They heard me speaking the truth about Chris Chan, being molested by his dementia-ridden mother, and they got so butthurt. They said, "Wow, Rusty was really off the mark. Wow, it's hilarious." Or they said hilarious, but it's like it's hilarious how incorrect they got that story. Listen, y'all all got it incorrect. I was right. You're just butthurt, and so you downvoted me in our straw poll.
Well, yeah, did you see?
He was already released, right?
No, I don't think he's released. He did have one talk with a judge, but I did see some comments like a week after that episode came out saying that we actually did get a few things right that everybody else had wrong, mostly because like the female troll who was on the voice call with Chris, evidently she like very much manipulated him into doing what he did to his mother. So in a way, maybe we were a little more on the money than people gave us credit for.
Oh, when the truth comes out, they're gonna listen back to that episode and they'll all change their opinions.
Yeah. One day they're all gonna admit that they went to the poll and actively didn't vote for Rusty because they wanted to attack him.
Well, hey, 59 people voted for Rusty, so you have a good assortment of fans out there.
Yeah, don't feel so bad. Don't feel so bad. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Okay. Well, thank you all 59 of you.
Now, between me and Reactor, the vote is 43% to 42%, with literally 3 votes separating us, 165 votes to 162. It literally went back and forth. Rusty, if you had to guess, who do you think won?
I want to say first let me ask some preliminary questions.
Okay.
Did you set up this poll? Because I set up one.
No, you set it up.
Oh, did I? All right. So I don't remember if there was an option to make it where like from an IP address you can only vote once.
I have no clue.
It's possible that
it said that. It was like a little note on it.
Okay.
I don't know how well it worked.
If that's true, then I'm gonna say Mumkey won.
Well, Reactor made a prediction that the winner would be the person with the biggest follower count. And in fact, he was dead wrong. It was in reverse order. Reactor won. He's the funniest on this show. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Awesome. Yeah, I did not expect that. Although I am funny.
I tend to agree. I actually think Reactor, when I listen back to some of those old ones, Reactor gets the most laughs out of me for sure.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I was listening to that last episode. I was definitely laughing at it when I was editing it. A few things that you'd said.
Now, who set up the poll? And this appeared like 2 or 3 days after the episode was even out.
Wait.
Who posted the straw poll? Which Trash Rat host is the gayest?
I didn't.
I didn't.
It was one of you guys. Right?
I thought it was Reactor for sure.
No, it definitely wasn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
Wait, so it was none of us?
It was one of you two fuckers. It was not me. No. Who did it?
No, it was 100% not me.
You're full of shit.
Right. If I had done that, I do not remember
how I would have done it.
Well, do you guys have any guesses who the audience thinks is the gayest?
I think Mumkey's the gayest.
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna go Mumkey again.
What about you, Aggie? Who would you put your money on?
Well, not in a negative or offensive type of way, of course, but in a friendly kind of way. I would probably say that I mean, it would probably be somewhere between Rusty and Mumkey, but I'm just not sure.
Well,
we're pretty equal in the that gayness thing.
Like 0? Is that what you're saying?
When the poll was originally posted, I was keeping my eye on both of the results. I was really watching this horse race. And I was definitely winning the gay poll for like a full day. So I just stopped looking at it. I figured I was gay.
Damn.
But it has dramatically changed in last place with 14%, so pretty much the Rusty comedy score. Reactor, you are the least gay.
Yeah, because I'm a soldier. Soldiers can't be gay, right? I wasn't in the Navy or anything.
Don't ask,
Oh,
don't
well, why
tell.
don't you go join the Taliban then?
But somehow, with a come-from-behind victory with 55%, Rusty, you are the gayest.
Oh, Jesus.
So I didn't win anything today.
That's
Oh,
because
damn.
you seeded the last episode by saying that I was in a Tim Pool video where he said I was in the top gays YouTuber. So
Yeah, that was
everyone,
cheating.
their minds were already made up before they even knew the poll existed.
Well, now I'm
fucking
kind
knew
of
the
sad
correct
because
answer.
I'm not the funniest and I'm not the gayest. So, like, do we have to do a third poll to find out what I am the most of?
Hey, wait. Yeah, third poll. Who's the most average?
I'm probably going to lose that one, too. Who's the most monkey-like? Do I stand a chance to win that one?
Yeah, I think you could win that one. So I kind of wanted to talk about the Trevor Moore thing.
Oh,
but
fuck.
yeah. It
I think
sucks.
maybe I want to do it on another episode because like
Yeah.
I wanted to go through like
No. What?
celebrity freak accident deaths.
We can
Well,
still
There's
do that.
some crazy ones.
I mean, I know we've been joking around, but once you bring up the name Trevor Moore, I do have to become very solemn and stoic
Yeah.
here and say, yeah, I would not be making YouTube videos if not for Trevor Moore. And if you don't know, Trevor
Right.
Moore is he's like the face of the whitest kids you know. When I was like 11 or 12, I would steal my mom's little shitty camera and I would make my own little videos, but they would just be direct rip-offs of Trevor Moore skits. Like one time Trevor Moore, like very early on, he did a parody of Super Size Me, but instead of McDonald's for 30 days, he just drank whiskey and nothing but.
So you did that?
Well, I was like, oh, I'm 11. What would an 11-year-old do to parody this? So I did it with milk, and the joke was that, like, I just like copied his script, but it was with milk. So it ends with me like super drunk on milk and vomiting milk into the toilet and stuff. But like, I would not be interested in making content and stuff like that if not for growing up watching his stuff. And of all the celebrity deaths throughout my lifetime, this is the one that hurt the most by far.
Yeah,
yeah, because he
was a
was
comedy
only
genius.
41. No, I mean, honestly, he had the most acceptable rape joke that I think I've ever heard. Like people who are greatly against rape jokes loved the
grapist?
grapist. Yes, skit. I'm going to tie you to a radiator and grape you to death. Or I don't remember what the
Grape
exact
you in
line
the
was.
mouth.
Yeah, grape you in the mouth. Right. Right.
Now, if he had said that there was death involved, that would have definitely been taking it way too far. But just in the mouth,
Of course.
So
that's much more comedically inclined.
Yeah,
what
and
is
it makes sense.
I first heard about it in the Discord from Mumkey, and I was like, no, you're joking, man. Like, this is terrible. That can't be real. Like, I don't know. It's like the only celebrity I actually ever felt bad. You know, like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on, man? They can't.
I was in complete shock when I saw it. Like, I assumed it had to be just like a troll or fake, but as soon as I saw it trending number 3 on Twitter, like my heart sank. I was very upset for a long time.
Is there any information on how it happened? I heard accident. That could mean a number of things.
Yeah, you guys, did you hear how it happened?
No.
As far as I know, the real story is not out there, but I've read a few rumors that make sense.
The rumor,
What,
I guess
like-
it's a rumor, maybe, but I heard he was in a car accident on his street.
No, he died in his backyard at like 2:30 a.m. on a Friday night. And
really?
I'm saying drugs.
Oh, okay. Oh, but I thought.
it was if the rumors are to be believed, he was on a podcast like 2 days before he died, and he was really going in on how he's drinking this very experimental moonshine. So I'm thinking maybe that might have to do with it.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, accidental overdose on sketchy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Because I don't know how else you die in your backyard at 2:30 a.m.
Have you guys ever heard Kitty History?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I posted that on my Getter account, and then they banned me.
I want to recommend that to the audience if they haven't heard it. Kitty History is an amazing song.
I think
by Trevor
Kitty
Moore.
History might be why they killed him.
Yeah, right.
I haven't seen this one yet.
Oh, yeah, you got to listen to it.
It's very educational, and I've probably watched it 3 times in the last week.
Well, then, for sure. I remember Trevor Moore, like the Wise Kids, they were the edgiest and funniest group. Like when I was in high school, or even in middle school, I think is whenever I started watching them. They were definitely getting away with stuff. I was like, how is this possible? It was a breath of fresh air in like the watered down garbage that would be, SNL, Mad TV, and all that. And they're coming out with like, the
Hitler rap.
Yeah, Hitler rap, that was huge at the time.
That's how they ended the very first episode of their TV show, was with Trevor Moore dressed as Hitler rapping it up.
There has been so many skits that I would try to write, and then as I'm like researching them to see if they had been done before, they had, and it was always the Whitest Kids And I was like, God damn it. I probably just saw it and stored it away in my memory and forgot. But
what was that skit where it was like an office meeting and the dude like pulls shit out of pants? It's another good one.
I don't.
I think it was Timmy.
That one.
Timmy he like reaches into his pants and like he looks at it with a turd in his hand and he's like, "Oh, gross!" Like,
well, that's what's great about Whitest Kids is that they have hundreds and hundreds of sketches that are all like top tier fucking funny. Yeah. Like there are so many gems in there.
Well, you remember the autoerotic asphyxiation video? Kind of sad considering his death, but it was hilarious.
I like the one when he's sitting at the computer jerking off and his wife walks in and she says, "Are you masturbating to baby pictures?" And he's like, no, I can explain. And then she takes a closer look and she kind of smiles and says, "My baby pictures." And then like she sits on his lap and it's all romantic.
Right. That's it's twisted. It's clever and twisted.
He has a great mind.
He could have done so much. I hope the other guys, I'm not really sure if they're still in the comedy circuit or what. But
recently, they all came back together on Twitch. Like, the Whitest Kids have all been streaming together. He actually streamed the night that he fucking died.
Wow. That's probably going to go down in history.
That's why I'm pretty sure it wasn't like a suicide or anything, because they just did a show. He probably went in the backyard to drink and, celebrate a stream well streamed, and then he's just gone.
Dude, that fucking sucks. There's obviously not enough time in this episode, but freak accidents or like just freak events like that are something I think about constantly. You
want to know how you're gonna go?
Well, hey, you never know. I'll put together a list though for
some people
the next episode. Well, Eggy, we have you on, and we've kind of just been talking around you. What are you guys up to? You're visiting Mumpke right now?
That is true. Yes, we made some fine videos indeed. I mean, you've probably already seen the incredible Free Guy Is It Kino. If you haven't, I highly encourage you to do so. We also, I think I could just mention, I don't think any of this is secret.
Yeah, you can list off everything, yeah.
Yeah. We have a snack testers wine review, not just any wine, but gas station wine review edition. That will be coming. And, of course, the Piece de la Resistance, if that's how you say it. The Wheel of Cursed Meals for more cursed than ever before. And, we made that. And
it's very safe to say, after how horrific Wheel 4 was, it will be the final episode of that particular series.
Oh, Jesus. I can't wait to see it.
Eggy has some really funny moments, and I can't wait for everybody to see him in his glory.
It's true. I very often don't leave the cage that I have underground where I mostly live at, if you could call it living. So for me to kind of, escape from my cage and, and crawl on all hands and knees and feet over to Mumpke's to, be captured in my natural crazy way, I think it's going to be something special. And for it to be the grand finale, that's just an additional honor to be involved.
Yeah, I can't imagine you on the Wheel of Cursed Meals. I'm kind of glad that you did it and that this is the finale because people have been asking me whenever I'm going to go on.
Well,
and I do not want
it's funny that you mentioned that, Rusty, because I think Eggy is the ultimate ass burger replacement. He's a more rotund. He's a better rapper. He's better at taking pain. I think we need to fly either you up or us down for Wheel of Punishment 3 featuring Eggy, you and me.
Oh man, I'm getting old here.
Hey, Jackass it has a new movie coming out, and Johnny Knoxville's fucking 50. I think you can handle it.
Yeah, but I'm more like Bam Margera in
that's not good.
crew.
What are you scared of snakes?
I've just been drinking a lot of experimental moonshine and slowly getting a big old fat red face.
Is this your way of saying you want Emp to replace you in Wheel of Punishment 3?
Oh no, I'll have to be in there at least to some degree.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God. I'll figure out something that won't just stop my heart.
Well, we should probably do it at your place then, if we're gonna actually do it, and we can we'll do it right. We'll plan out some achievable yet funny punishments, and I think people will be really excited to see that.
Yeah, anyone watching this, comment down below if you have any ideas. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of really stupid ideas, but
I mean,
I want to see what some suggestions are.
Stupid ideas. I closed a mousetrap on each of my fingers. We do stupid shit on the show. I think it's safe if I post some stupid ideas.
Yeah, or just post them in our Discord, which you can get access to by joining our Patreon, because we're always in there, and that's really where we talk to most of our audience and communicate with them. Do we have any questions, by the way, or should we just kind of?
Yeah, we
pass
probably
them
do
off
have
to
like a
next
shit
episode?
ton of questions. I don't know if we want to go
we got
through
2
them.
weeks worth.
Should we do that now or save them for next week?
Let's save them for next week.
So we
when
have 3 weeks. 3 weeks of questions.
Yeah.
A full plate, if you will.
We could probably do like a full episode of just questions, honestly.
Yeah, we could.
What about like a live stream where we answer them?
Yeah, that would be
just
easier
for-
too.
If it was a live stream, we would want to like read super chat questions, you know?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, also this is for our patrons, so
Yeah.
it's like screw the patrons. We're gonna read super chats instead.
Well, that's why I wouldn't want to do an all question show live.
Yeah,
I'd rather just
exactly,
record it.
exactly. And only their questions, so we don't get overwhelmed.
Right.
Well, I guess at this point, Eggy, I don't know if you're comfortable doing this, but do you mind doing the honors and maybe giving a pre-warning to this episode so I can put it at the beginning?
Oh, he should also do the outro for the clips.
I still have stuff to say. Okay, are we clipping this episode, or is it just one giant clip now?
No, we'll have clips from this episode.
Yeah. Another thing I want to say is, so I'm in the Cast Castle vlog. It's a channel with a bunch of people who make a vlog. You can search for it on Google, or on YouTube, Cast Castle. And I need you to go to the comments and talk about how great I am. That's what I need you to do. All right?
Okay, Cast Castle.
Yeah, so just go over there
Vlog.
and talk about how great Reactor is and how everything I'm doing in the video is like necessary and important.
Okay.
All right, we'll link that down below.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, you can just search it on YouTube.
Well, Eggy, do you want to do a little opening to let everybody know this will be a, maybe we have some controversial takes, but it's all in good fun and perhaps satirical.
I do this before my own live streams every day, so I'll give you my tried and true here. All right, let's go. The following podcast episode is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. The following content you will be hearing is satirical in nature, sometimes philosophical. Anytime you hear something really too bad, it's simply rhetorical, and all for an educational purpose, by the way. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Okay, now can you do one for,
perfect.
We have a clips channel, and at the end of each clip, we tell people, hey, this was a clip. Make sure you click on the link in the description to watch the full episode. Can you do something kind of wacky like that?
Absolutely. You have just enjoyed a lovely clip from the TrashRats podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the main channel and get all the goodness in the full episode.
Hell yeah, that was perfect.
Man, you're a pro. The national treasure Eggy just knocks it out of the block. No stumbling, no bumbling. Knew exactly where to go with it, exactly what to say.
Reactor wasn't laughing in the background at all.
I mean, I was, but it just didn't pick it up on my mic, which is a good thing. I'm not saying it.
He was laughing internally. Well, I don't know how we have like a minute to make an hour, and it's like too late to start something new. So how do we just mill about? And,
I mean, obviously, everybody should go check out our Patreon. Like you said, you can ask us a question that we'll ignore until we feel like answering it.
Yeah. And usually what I do when I don't make the time that I'm trying to make is I just add black part of the video for the end till the end.
Yeah, I think Reactor had a few like 2-minute videos with 8 minutes of black screen at the end.
It works.
Okay, how about this? At the end of this episode, Eggy, a song of yours of your choice we can play if that's something you're comfortable with.
I know a good song.
Sure. Well, it better not be that if it's this particular one. YouTube videos get deleted when they put that song in. No, what was that one?
The Fruit Festival song?
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, that's not my song, but it is a very good song. Yeah, the Raw Till 4 Thai Fruit Festival. It's the song that everyone knows and loves.
Just play the chorus from that, Rusty.
Yeah.
We'll send you a link.
Is that
sounds good.
Copyrighted or no?
No.
It has like 1,000 views on YouTube, so we might actually give them more exposure than they've ever had.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to this episode of the Trash Rats podcast. And now enjoy the musical stylings of Mr. Egg.
No, it's not an egg song.
No, but the musical choice of.
Oh, yes. It's the musical tastings.
Yes.
Enjoy.
It's the Raw Till 4 Type Fruit Festival. I'm here right now, and the best of all, there's so many fruit bats here too. Loving life, living on fruit. It's the Raw Till 4 Type Fruit Festival. I'm here right now, and the best of all, there's so many fruit bats here too. Loving life and living on fruit. Time to get down. Move that body. Eat some durian and mangoes. We got mangoes, melons and mangosteen, and the best durians that you've ever seen. Banana, lychee and rambutans too, and all this fruit is just for you. Pineapples, papayas and passion fruit, you always find something to suit. And if you want minerals, we got fresh greens, but no overt fats, cause I wanna get lean. It's the Raw Till 4 Type Fruit Festival. I'm here right now, and the best of all, there's so many fruit bats here too. Loving life, living on fruit.